Hello, my friends. How are you? It's good to see you. Look, back in the damn truck. What are we doing with our lives? I just don't get it. I hope you're all doing well out there. I had a little bit of home time. I was there for about three nights altogether. And of course that was nice, but it was time to get back on the road because all the stuff at Swift got taken care of. And to my longtime viewers, I want to reassure you that this channel is not going to turn into a Swift only discussion channel. That's just where we're at in the journey. I know you guys have been watching for a long time and you're interested in all the stories from the road, and maybe a lot of you are interested in this part of the journey also, which, you know, I'll take you on. I'll take you along for the ride. So I just wanted to reassure you, I'm not going to turn this into an all Swift channel, but I'm definitely going to drop some Swift videos here and there. And that's, like I said, that's kind of just where we're at in the journey. So we're back on the road. Yeah. I was at home yesterday, and I woke up to a pretty good day. A pretty exciting day for old This Guy Trucks over here. And I'm getting old, and I don't have a lot of exciting days anymore. I just take my boring, mundane stories from the road and make them interesting for you guys so that you have a better day, because I love you. And that's what I do, is I make sure that you get a good laugh out of my pain and misery, you know. That's what I do. So anyways, yeah, I woke up to a pretty good day. Guys, thank you so much. You know, I always said I don't really care about subscriber count that much, but it is still kind of a cool number to look at and watch the channel grow. We just passed 7,000 subscribers. Yeah, yesterday. That's what I woke up to. So thank you very much, guys. And also, when I woke up, I woke up to Swift just absolutely going nuts on my application and getting everything taken care of with that. And then within the hour of that happening, my recruiter was calling me to go over different truck options for me, and we narrowed it down to a truck that I have to go get now. Nice looking truck, T680, got the Cummins in it. I'll give you guys more details later, but that's what we're going with. So that's what I'm doing now. So I got a hold of Western Flyer yesterday, and they had no idea I was quitting, as far as I know. But I got a hold of them yesterday and said, hey, I need a load back to our terminal as soon as possible, because I'm turning in the truck and I'm going to go work somewhere else. And I'll be damned if they didn't have a load right away. Started making me really think, maybe I'm just a shitty trucker. Right? That must be that must be it. Because when I asked to move into the lease program, it took them a month to move me over to my lease. When I asked to go to dry van, that's been over a month ago. Let me tell you a story about that real fucking quick. I asked to go to dry van, remember? And some of y'all in the comments are bullshitting me, because I can't believe the amount of comments I got that was like, dude, dry van still has the same schedule, like the chaotic schedules that Reefer does, and also the long, huge wait times on docks like Reefer does. It's all the same, and you don't know what you're talking about. Bros, do you think I'm new here? Like, I don't know if you think you're talking to a new guy and you just can pull the wool over my eyes, but that is factually incorrect. Dry van may encounter those problems, but as far as it being a very normal thing like it is on Reefer, well, that's bullshit, and I'm calling bullshit on all of that. But the point is, they told me I had to have a phone call with someone, so I understood the gravity of my decision to switch over to dry van, which I thought was kind of silly, but okay. It's their company policy. It has taken me, I'd say, well over 3 weeks to finally get that phone call, guys, and I finally did. And I was horribly disappointed in the whole fucking thing. That was on last Friday afternoon. I finally get the phone call to talk about my poor decision making and how I should never go to dry van, because I just don't know what the hell I'm talking about, right? And the bastard that called me was basically a fucking used car salesman, right? He's on and on about the loss of revenue because it is a cent per mile drop to switch over to dry van. And I tried to explain to him my reasoning. And my reasoning for trying to compensate for that loss of revenue comes in the form of not as much sitting and waiting for a load. For those of you that tried to bullshit me, I have never waited in my life for 16 hours or for 48 hours to pick up a dry van load in my fucking life, which is the normal occurrence here, right? And I was trying to explain that reasoning to him. And I also said it's much more likely that you will pull a lighter load in dry van. Now, I understand that's not always the case. I got to speak slowly for the people that aren't understanding what I'm saying right now. I understand that that's not always the case. You can haul a lot of beer loads in a dry van, and that will be very heavy. But there are a lot of instances in a dry van where you will maybe pull a much lighter load. And there you're going to see you able to compensate for some of that revenue loss in fuel mileage. Now, I'm not saying that I would overcome the entire thing, but I was willing to take a hit in the revenue department or whatever. In the revenue, I didn't even need a word after that. I just threw one in there, I guess, to do it, to try to have some sort of normal life as an over-the-road trucker instead of the constantly flipping schedules. And the guy wouldn't shut the fuck up about his reasoning for why I should stay on reefer. And really what I think it came down to is, I'm not going to like trash this company. This is just an observation. Their reefer division, excuse me, is so incredibly fucked that they are like using a used car salesman to call people and tell them to stay on the reefer division. And I got off the phone with him. He said, I'll give you a call Monday afternoon and we can, you have the weekend to think about it. Thanks, bro. And then on Monday, I'll let you make a decision. Oh, you'll let me. Isn't that adorable? That's the cutest thing I've ever fucking heard. Thank you for allowing me to make a decision. Well, turns out I did. Bye. I'm out of here. And it was just really frustrating because they're not going to let me off the reefer division is basically what they're saying. Well, I told you what I wanted. You decided I didn't want that for some reason, and I made a different decision. All right. But anyways, the point I was trying to make minutes ago was it took them a month to switch me over to lease. It took them well over a month to send this used car salesman after me to try to convince me to stay on reefer. But when I said I want to load back to the terminal, bam, they had it done. Leads me to believe I'm a shit truck driver. There you go, haters. There you go. Little something for you. No, I don't know. I think when I called yesterday to talk to my dispatcher, I might have sounded a little aggressive on the phone. Hey, I'm bringing this truck back. I'm not going to work here anymore. And I think she was just like, shit, we better just get him back so we can make sure we get our truck back. I would have brought the truck back anyways. But there we are. We are headed back to the terminal. I will deliver this load tomorrow afternoon. And then I got to book a rental car tonight. And then go pick that up. And I'll explain that in a minute because some people are flipping the fuck out right now about me having to book a rental car. I will explain that. And it's going to cost some money, but I actually appreciate the gesture maybe, or whatever the fuck word I'm trying to think of. I don't really know. But yeah, everything's done as far as all that goes. Yeah, I really never thought I would say this in my trucking career, but headed to Swift, of all places. And I see a lot, obviously I see the hate in the comments. I cannot believe the amount of people that are pissed off because this guy Trucks made a decision with his own life. That's one of the most bizarre fucking parts of YouTube. I decide I'm doing something and the fucking outrage. To me, honestly, worrying about what another man is doing with his life and then being outraged by it sounds like a shitty hobby to me. It's not how I would spend my time, is all I'm saying. If I were to explain again why I'm so interested in that idea, is it simply comes down to I have worked for a lot of companies that have failed to give me my home time that I've asked for, and that's important. as an over-the-road trucker. You get dicked around on fucking home time. That's bullshit, right? And I have worked for a number of companies that have just left me sitting, like this one, for example, because we got to take care of the big contract, Josh. And from their perspective, their business perspective, that makes absolutely perfect sense. We got to take care of that big contract for the overall good of our company. But from my perspective, for my business, because keep in mind, I'm an independent contractor, I'm a lease operator, it makes zero fucking sense to sit this truck and wait for that load to be ready. None whatsoever. So when I started thinking about that, it just became clear that Swift is a logical choice for me. I don't think I'm ever going to recruit for it. I don't really fucking know. Maybe in some videos I'll drop my driver code so you guys can apply, but I don't really know, and I don't really give a fuck about all that. I'm just saying I leave the option open in the future, but I honestly would rather not, because stay the fuck off my load board. You go work at your company, goddammit, and get told what to do. Stay away from my goddamn load board. Leave me the fuck alone. Right? Leave me alone. But when I started thinking about all that, I'm not saying you'll never sit at Swift, but there is an abundance of load options to keep a truck rolling at Swift, right? There are terminals fucking everywhere. And on top of that, there's another driver fucking somewhere near you, which means if you need to get home wherever you want to go home, there is a fucking solution. And I've spent too many years as an over-the-road trucker being dicked around on my home time, and honestly, that's a fucking deal breaker. That's a deal breaker. So I've heard that a lot, too. Oh, this guy trucks, he's a job hopper. He's a job hopper. I used to actually listen to that and be like, oh, they're saying a thing that matters. Well, they're saying a thing that don't fucking matter. They're just saying a thing to say a fucking thing. To me, this is absolutely fucking astonishing what has happened to truckers. It used to be, oh, we're outlaw truckers. Fuck yeah, we'll whoop your ass on Fuel Island, boy. To now we're corporate bootlickers that do what we're told by companies, and we take it up the ass every time they tell us to. And if somebody else quits a job that they're not happy with, some other grown-ass man gets on his high horse and goes, he's a job hopper. I've been at my job for 27 years, and that makes me better than him. Well, fuck, you're better than me then. How about that? You're way cooler than me. And what could be better than that? Like, you one-upped old this guy trucks. Damn, got him. Fuck, how will I ever recover from that? But the more I thought about this whole, I'm out of breath, my friends. I got a little bit excited there. I'm getting too damn old to be fucking losing my shit like that. God damn it. Anyways, the more I thought about this, all this job hopper nonsense, and we're gonna tell this guy trucks just what we think of his own personal choices that he makes in his 40s. Here's a little piece of advice for you, or maybe information. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what people think about my choices. I'm here to entertain people that like watching these videos. And goddamn, if going to Swift ain't about the best goddamn entertainment you're gonna get on YouTube trucking, my goofy ass headed to Swift. I get so many fucking jokes out of this. You guys have no idea. It's so great, but let me go back to a part I'm really disappointed about. There's no orientation. No, you come in as, keep in mind, Swift calls everyone owner-operator that's not company driver. So you come in as an owner-operator to Swift. I'm heartbroken, my friends, because you do a few classes online, you go to your goddamn truck and you pick it up and you go to work. I want nothing more than to get straight to work. But can you imagine the video I could have gotten if I could have sat through like a full-blown Swift orientation? We're talking rookies in there that are scared out of their minds. They just got their CDL. They got to do a road test and their little heads are about to explode. And fucking, they're worried about what their life's going to be like with the trainer. Have you ever went with a trainer? Oh my God, what's it like? And all that stuff. And then you've got your super truckers in there hollering at everybody about fucking everything they know and the hardest stock they ever backed into. I'm so fucking disappointed that there's not an orientation, because that would have been a fantastic fucking video. But back to the job hopping part, because I took some time to really think about this, right? And I was trying to get a year at this job. And honestly, we had a good run. 8 or 9 months, but the last month has been absolute fucking hell. And I have matured as a truck driver since my younger days, because I used to have a bad day and quit. I would send me back to the fucking terminal. No explanation, no discussions, no nothing. And at this company, I spent a lot of time discussing with them the things I wanted to do, the things that I felt like they weren't treating me fairly on. And fuck you if you get upset about that. I'm an over-the-road truck driver. I demand my fucking home time. All right? I fucking demand to have my truck moving. Why the fuck am I out here if not to make money? Why the fuck am I out here with no guarantee of when I'm going home? That is absurd. And to be quite honest with you guys, I won't fucking stand for it anymore. I won't. I've been doing this too goddamn long to have some shitty dispatcher just decide they're not gonna fucking do their job. I've had it, all right? But I tried my best at this job, guys, to have every discussion in the world that I could have and to make it work. And they continue to not listen to me and ignore the things that I think are valuable to me. And I was like, man, if I don't make it to a year, all these people are gonna run around going, job hopper, like I'm a fucking witch in goddamn Salem or something. Like I'm just a person that wasn't enjoying my job. So I said, fuck it. And I went and found another one. One of the goddamn freedoms we enjoy in this fucking country, right? Land of opportunity, but don't take them, Josh. Josh, you need to stay right where you're at until you die. And I realized something. Had I made it to a year and said, I fucking did it. I got to a year, I'm out, I'm done, I did what I set out to do, right? Even if I did that, they would go, job hopper! Yes, you're right, you got me, I am a job hopper. You know why? Because I'm just not gonna sit here and take it up the ass for a trucking company that don't give a shit about me. How you like that? I mean, what are you gonna do about it? Yell at me that I'm a job hopper again? I don't fucking get it. What is your objective when you yell that I'm a job hopper? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. Because I will not do what a lot of truckers do. Well, let's be honest. A lot of truckers are job hoppers because they're like me. They're not going to take the bullshit. I'm not going to spend my life working for one company that never gave a fuck about me and watch all my relationships get destroyed because I can't get home. Right? And watch me go into financial ruin because they're not running me the way I want to run, let's go. Right? And I am not willing to go down in flames and have nothing left at the end of my life, all because I was concerned with, one, how a company felt about that. Companies don't have feelings. And two, how a bunch of angry people on the internet felt about it. The fuck do I care about all that? I have matured so much here on YouTube, believe it or not. For those of you from my old channel that used to watch me just fucking lose my shit and sometimes even cry on YouTube because shit wasn't going my way, what I realized, as much as I enjoy you guys watching me and listening to my videos and even sharing them out and subscribing to the channel and commenting and throwing a like on it, the only opinion I give a fuck about is that of my family. That's it. And when I ran this by my wife, she fucking loved it. She said, Josh, why didn't you go there a long time ago? You're telling me that they've got a terminal right there in Denver and you've been fighting with companies for years about getting your home time? She was more disappointed that I never went there in the first place. And now I can easily plan home time, but I can run a lot too. Because let's go back to the load board. The load board, baby. Look, there's a lot of people out there that need to be told what to do. Or they've got no idea what to do next, right? And good for them, I guess. They just need to grab onto that steering wheel and hold on for dear life and thank their lucky stars that even dipshits can have a career in trucking. I'm just fucking playing. I'm kidding. If you like to be dispatched and told what to do, it's really not an issue. It's not for me. I like to do what I want to do, right? I want to pick my loads, and from my experience, From my experience, there is not a dispatcher or load planner that can move my truck better than I can. I've done it and I've proven it. Now, these load planners and dispatchers might move a fleet better than I can. They might make the most sense for an entire company to move the trucks in the way that they do. But I gotta be honest with you guys, I'm in trucking for me. I know, I'm very selfish, right? I'm not in trucking or in YouTube to like make the people that don't like me happy here on YouTube. That would be a stupid reason to be in YouTube. I'm here on YouTube for the people that do like me, to make the videos for people that like coming back and watching the videos and supporting the channel. And I am in trucking for nobody else in this world besides myself and my family. And I don't give a fuck how selfish that sounds. I don't care. I don't fucking care. Those are the opinions I value, right? Those are the things that I truly care about. And it took me a long time to overcome that here on YouTube, because I thought for a long time people were making valid points about me, you know, that angry little haters, right? And I'm like, oh, maybe I should figure out my life because oh God, they said a really mean thing about me. But what I realized about these people is it doesn't matter what I do, because they're still going to say another mean thing about me. They're just going to move the goalpost and then act like I was wrong the whole time. Oh, we said you should do this and you did this, but you should have did what we said in the first place. And then even if I go do what they said do in the first place, they're just going to move that goalpost and go, what a piece of shit. What a piece of shit this guy Trucks is. And that's the nature of being a hater. You just hate for the sake of hate. Couldn't be me, my friends. Couldn't be me. I couldn't imagine spending my time worried about what other men were doing. Holy shit. Holy shit. What a horrible existence that would be. It would be the worst fucking thing ever. I would be ashamed of myself. I would be embarrassed by acting that way. But some people aren't. But that's the whole fucking point I'm trying to make. This whole Swift thing makes so much goddamn sense to me. And it may not make sense to a lot of other people. But I've learned, what I've witnessed is it doesn't make sense to a lot of people only because of the name on that door. If you never ever said the company name, if I had made a video, and thank you, by the way, I'm sorry, I get a little lost in what I'm saying. Thank you to the people that listen to what I'm saying in my videos and understand where I'm coming from. I'm not trying to convince you. I don't want you to go work for Swift. I already said stay the fuck off my load board. Leave me alone. But like, thank you so much for listening to the reasoning that I'm bringing you and all that stuff. If what I was trying to say is, if I had just started talking about a company that will lease you a truck as a reasonable price, my truck payment's going to be right at $500 a week. That's for a lease payment. That's pretty fucking phenomenal. And then they're going to treat you, as you come in as a lease operator, they're going to treat you like an owner operator, right? That's what we all want, right? Every time we all go into a lease, we fool ourselves. We convince ourselves that it's because we're going to finally get that independence that we want as a truck driver. But we don't. We find out that we don't. But at this company, they're going to treat you like a true owner-operator. You don't have to take that load. You can take that load if you want. Oh, you want to go home? No questions asked, motherfucker. Go home if that's what you want to do. And just, if I would have put all that in front of you and they're going to give you a load board and you just pick your load, and I never ever said the company name, every freight hauling over-the-road truck driver out there would have been lined up for miles to apply for that company. And you guys know that. You know that's a fact. I mean, everybody that has any aspirations of being somewhat of a business owner, I get it. It's a lease. I'm not, legally, technically, I'm a business owner, right? But I get it. It's not like the final step. It's not like I own the truck. It's not like I have a fleet of trucks that I own. But hell, that's an option there too. That's an option there too. You could start building a fleet of trucks under Swift if you wanted. And that's kind of cool, right? And I guess that's the biggest point. The biggest thing that I'm pointing out with this entire video is the fucking ignorance of people is so fucking overwhelming sometimes. Because had I said all that, like I just said, and never said the company name, whoo, motherfuckers would have been lining up. What is that company? But because I said Swift, a lot of people just turned to haters right away. And they said, that's the worst fucking thing I've ever heard. I don't care. I want it to be the worst fucking thing you ever heard. I want no one to go apply there because they watched my videos. Because what I don't need, and maybe I'm fucking myself by doing these videos, but what I don't need is their load board being so overrun there's no loads to pick up. I don't need it. And I prefer that everyone thinks that Swift fucking sucks and it's a rookie company, and even that I'm a piece of shit because I went to work there. I prefer that. Because I already said it. Leave me the fuck alone. Stay off my load board. I don't want you on it. I want it. I want it all for me. All right. I want it all to myself, and leave me the fuck alone. But with all that said, I know that felt like it was happening really fast in my head, just kind of rapid fire. At the end of the day, I decided whose opinion matters to me. Mine matters to me. Yeah, my opinion matters a great deal to me. And my family's. And that's it. And that's when I made the decision. And I will continue to not give a fuck about who thinks this is a horrible decision. Because if you know anything about old This Guy Trucks, you got to let me find out it's a horrible decision. Yeah, you got to let me find out that I fucking hate it. But I don't think I'm going to. I really don't. And no promises, because it could all go to hell on me. But after all the information I got, I genuinely believe that I could make a real long run at Swift. Oh yeah, just leave me alone, mind my business, let me go to work. Yeah, I think I could do that for a damn good while, if I'm being honest with you. But we'll see how it all plays out. Anyways, I got to finish this fucking load. I won't get it done till tomorrow, but I want to try to bang out a few more miles today. And I forgot to turn on any AC, so I'm sweating like a pig right now. So I'll see you guys later. Appreciate you hanging out. Bye now.